What is going on, guys? Meteorologist Jonathan Kegges back with you. It is a Friday night, 9:30. Thank you so much for being here. It's about to get cold. If you've been hanging out with us at 9:30 every Monday through Friday on the New 6 YouTube page and, of course, on New 6 Plus, you know we've been expecting this for about 10 days, give or take, and it's going to blast in tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be a wild ride. We're taking a live look tonight above my head in Daytona Beach, kind of the calm before a big-time cold front slices through, and then also in Cedar Key. Tomorrow, it's plummet day. We are going to drop like crazy, and you will know when the front comes through because the wind is going to go bonkers tomorrow afternoon and help to push all this cold air in. We're coming at you live again tonight on New 6 Plus and on the New 6 YouTube page. If you're watching us on YouTube and love to stay up to date with Florida weather, hit that subscribe button. Or if you just like talking about weather in general, you've come to the right place. This is something you don't see every day, guys. Extreme cold warning for dangerously low wind chills. Single digits in teens, closer to Lake Okeechobee, more like lower 20s. It's crazy. This is the first time ever for Florida the extreme cold warning has been used. But there is a catch. And there's been a lot of, I want to set the record straight on the whole interweb thing. This is technically the first time Florida has seen this alert. However, this replaced 2 years ago what was known as the wind chill warning. So you have to dial that up and look back in time. But regardless, it has been 12 years since the central Florida area has seen a warning like this. It is going to be cold, guys. We're going to go county by county coming up in the second, right after the first break. But there you go again. Everybody in Central Florida under the extreme cold warning for this mess that is plunging down from Canada as we speak. It's really been hanging out across the northern tier of the country. If you have any family or friends that have been in the Northeast, that have been in the Atlantic, mid-Atlantic, heck, who have been in the Deep South, you know that the chill has not been far away. We were cold also earlier this week, of course. It's at 7 in Minneapolis, 4 in Minot, 7 degrees below zero in International Falls. It's 3 in Pittsburgh, 14 in New York City. All of that is going to come plunging down thanks to a really, really big storm system that is going to pull all of that colder air right on down and dislodge it and move it into Central Florida. Could be blizzard conditions for the Carolina coastline. I want to show you this. This is kind of the crazy thing. Keep your attention on the cold or the purple and the white color. As that little L slides up the coast, notice how it plunges right back down. It literally just grabs all of that chill and then throws it right on down the Florida Peninsula. So this is Saturday, 5 o'clock in the evening. Notice the blue arrows going counterclockwise around that potential blizzard going up the East Coast, and it just forces everything, all of that cold right on down to Miami. If I have anybody tuning in Miami, we're going to be really, really close to hitting the freezing mark in Miami. That's wild stuff. Wild, wild, wild stuff. Just crazy. So tomorrow, I mentioned before that you are going to know that this front is coming through. These are the forecast wind gusts that we're expecting tomorrow. So I think tomorrow morning, there could be a few showers around. All in all, I think it's going to be relatively mild, right where we should be. It's seasonably chilly tomorrow, 40s and low 50s across Central Florida. Once you feel that breeze kick in, that's when you know that the change is upon us. Look at this by 11 o'clock. We're pushing 25 to 35 mile per hour gusts. Once we get into the evening, we're back to the middle 30s, 35 to 40 mile per hour gusts. And I think along the coast, we could see wind gusts pushing 45 miles an hour. That is certainly another component to this as we go forward over the next 24 to 48 hours. And I mean, it has to be windy to give us wind chills like this. This is wild. Sunday morning, we have wind chills in the single digits and teens. Again, we talked about this on the newscast tonight, Ginger Gatz and Matt Austin and I. That we normally get made fun of, okay? We have jackets on when it's 60 degrees outside. Okay, that's like making fun of Florida cold. This is not that. This is if you're standing outside in New York City or in Cleveland, Ohio. When you have wind chills in the single digits and teens, it is cold for them too. So you have nothing. You have nothing to be shameful about when we're talking about this cold. I know I've seen a lot of laughing emojis, but I really, truly believe that they don't understand how cold it is going to get. Yes, 16 Medic RN, they are gusts, not sustained. We'll likely have winds sustained of about 20-ish miles an hour. Here is that wind forecast again. Let me get back to that. The bars have it. It's in here somewhere. I just threw it somewhere. I literally just had it. Stand by, stand by. We're going to get it. No, I can't find it. There we go. So the green represents the sustained wind, and then the yellow represents the gust. So we could have sustained winds of anywhere from 20 to 30 miles an hour, and then gusts going to 40 to 45. The last front that came through, it's going to be very similar to that, how it got really, really windy for a few hours. The wind here likely going to be sustained a little bit longer. The longevity is going to be longer. I think due to the fact we had that blizzard going on up there, tight pressure gradient, as we call it. So that's going to keep the breeze elevated. Strong high pressure, strong low pressure near each other. I'll go back to that nice colorful thing, and I'm already going over the first break. It's crazy. When there's something going on, we can just ramble and ramble and ramble. When I say we, I mean I. But here's the deal again on why it's going to be so windy. It's known as a pressure gradient. The tighter the pressure gradient, the stronger the winds. So this low pressure is going to be really strong. It's going to bomb out, as we call it, bombogenesis, bomb cyclone. It's a real meteorological thing. So that's going to get real strong real fast. And then we have a very strong area of high pressure, really in close proximity together. And all of that colder air is going to rush right on down the Florida Peninsula. Alrighty, guys, I have to get my first break in. When we come back, I have some questions about the Florida snow potential. We're going to get into that, and then we're going to get into a little bit of county-by-county stuff if you are in the Central Florida area. I saw a question about Gasparilla. I'll get to that in just 1 second. Melissa, I'll look at your question. I got to go back up into the chat to see what you asked about the pipes, and I will get to you on the other side of this break. I will see you in 3 minutes. Stick around. Alrighty, so we're getting some questions about pipes. So let me get into that real quick. 16 Medic RN says, so we only need to leave the faucet dripping to cover all pipes. You're now our general contractor and the best meteorologist ever. Okay, that's really nice of you to say. Here's the deal. As long as you have our insulation in houses down here are not as hardy as what they are up north. So in doing my own research for that stuff, don't let your house get below like 62 degrees inside. Um, awesome. Jennifer, if you can give any context to this, MVP in the chat, that would be awesome. So if you can provide any kind of context to the pipe thing, I'll get to the snow and I'll wait for Jennifer to add some context to that since she is the expert on this. But yeah, generally the indoor plumbing should be okay. I'm most concerned about the ones that are exterior that don't have the covering around them. I would leave those running for sure because we're talking about a prolonged time below freezing at about 10 to 12 hours below freezing, and that could cause some problems for sure. Okay, so while we're waiting to see if Jennifer can provide us some better answers than I can give on that front, I think okay, so she says any pipes that are exposed need to be covered. So that's the key right there. For indoor plumbing, my understanding is since the insulation isn't what it is up north, you don't want to let your interior house get below 62 degrees. And if you are worried about it, just keep your kitchen cabinets and bathroom cabinet doors open to let some of that warmth kind of get into there because a lot of the plumbing is in the crawl spaces and the garages, attics, things like that, where they're not well insulated. So they're going to be more susceptible to that. So if you are at all concerned, just make sure you're keeping the heat on to about 62 degrees and or warmer. And then if you truly are concerned, just that pencil length drip inside and let that drip all night Sunday and then probably again on Monday because we're going to spend so much time below freezing. It is unfortunately true today was Justin's last day. It's a sad day, but he's getting out of the business. All right, so you see this high resolution model that I have up here right now. The one I've been showing on TV, it kind of dropped the signal a little bit. The meteorology has not changed, so that is why that chance is still there for a few flakes. And this is the one of the high resolution models that we used. And look at this. This is going to be 7 o'clock on Sunday. Look at this. Look at that. We have some blue popping up. There's going to be the opportunity because we have that bitter cold air mass over the warm Gulf. That's the fetch, as we call it, meteorological term fetch, the distance traveled over the water. And you see that just like there. And generating some of that Gulf effect snow. I keep on saying that the opportunity, the turnpike runs from about like right through here, give or take. I think it's I-275 and the Florida Turnpike. This is the Flurry Triangle. Right in through here, and then maybe like down. That's going to be your best, relatively speaking, bet to see a few stray flakes slide in. If the wind direction stays like this, we might be able to get them in Lakeland. Maybe get them in Bushnell, Claremont. But if in order to see them like it in Orlando, it would have to be like the wind direction would have to shift a little more like that. So it's all going to be based on the wind direction. I don't think we see them in Ocala. We'd have to have the wind like that, and then we start pulling in some warmth from the Gulf. So I think it's really along into the southwest of the turnpike. It's all Elizabeth is asking, is it safe to go out when we should see the temperatures try to climb back into the 60s on Wednesday. It's still going to be a cold morning, mid 30s. But it's gonna be fine if you can tolerate some of the chill early on. It should be a relatively dry week. By the time we get to Thursday, we have the forecast in Orlando back to 71. So we're gonna pull out of it. It's gonna take some time, but yeah. So some good conversation tonight about the pipes. If you are at all concerned, just let it run at a pencil length drip when you go to bed and keep the cabinet doors open in the kitchen. If you are like a second, like if you are like that much concerned, I would just do it because it's not going to really increase your water bill that much. Um, if you know me, if you follow me on Facebook, I don't like to turn on the heat in the house. I like to rather sit there in a hat and gloves and a hoodie or two because I'm cheap. I've already caved, just FYI. The last one got me, but I am going to keep the heat on if you have it, just to make sure the pipes don't freeze because we are going to have an extended period for 2 consecutive nights below freezing. So that's what I am doing. Um, if you're interested, but I'm caving and turning on the heat. Orlando is right about here in the there. So there's a turnpike. Orlando is just to the northeast of the turnpike. And that goes with like any kind of filters, um, any pool pumps, keep those bad boys running. Don't let those freeze. Again, the water bill or the extra electric bill, the extra little bit of Chat GPT was telling me it would cost like 20 to $30 to keep the emergency heat on. Given the average price of electricity in Central Florida, that is way cheaper than having a plumber come out, or having any kind of damage done by pipes bursting. Um, no, I think Wednesday is great to go out. I think Wednesday is great to go out. And then again, the expert right there, Jennifer, saying better safe than sorry. That's literally because it's just hard. It's like if you don't and it happens, you're gonna wish you did. Um, but yeah, it's crazy. So thank you, Jennifer, for the MVP of the chat tonight. Really appreciate the expertise on that about the pipes. Alrighty, guys, I have to take another break in 3 minutes. We're gonna try to go county by county a little bit, but I'm also going to try to do that. Oh, I am gonna do that. News 6 at 10 o'clock. If you're in the Central Florida area, download News 6 Plus. It is free. We're gonna have News 6 at 10 or on YouTube, and then News 6 at 11 on the TV side of things. Latest modeling will be in. I will show that when it comes to the flake potential tonight at 10 and tonight at 11. I'll see you in 3 minutes. Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Just have a couple minutes left, literally 1 minute left, and then I have to run because I'm at the top of the 10 o'clock news tonight. You can hop on over to the other thumbnail on the News 6 YouTube page, or I say it every night, I hope you're on News 6 Plus. It is a free download, by the way. Download that for free. Keep it parked right there in your nice, warm, easy chair, and we're going to bring you the latest forecast. I'm going to show you that high-resolution future radar coming up when it comes to the flurry chance. Melissa, I do not think you're going to see snowflakes in New Smyrna Beach. Let's see. I'm just going through some of the other questions. If there's any other questions. Kimberly says she keeps her house temperature at 55. Well, has gotten to 55. It feels warm when I reach in the fridge. No, that's about how it was a couple days ago. It got down to 58 in the house, and I'm like, okay, it's time. The wind direction so far has not changed. It's still out of the west-northwest. No. So if we do get snow, southwest of the turnpike, it will not cause any bad road conditions. Our road temperatures are way too warm. Way too warm. Like they're very warm. I don't know what they are right now. Let me see if I have my road map up. Yeah, that snowflake does not stand a chance. Whoops, not even showing it. This snowflake does not stand a chance with road temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Alrighty, guys, I have to run. I will see you in a couple of minutes. News 6 at 10 on News 6 Plus, and at 11 o'clock on News 6 on the news TV. I'll see you guys there, and I'm also in all weekend, so we're gonna be hanging out a lot as we track this big time cold front. Coldest weather in 15 years. I'll see you in a few minutes, guys. Thanks so much for keeping me company tonight and tuning in on a Friday night. You might be able to see some flakes. Savannah, Charleston, Charleston up I-95 will do it in that area for sure. They could be getting several inches of snow. So yeah, if you want to go to Charleston, get up that way. You should be good. Alrighty, guys. Have a great night. I'll see you in a couple minutes. Bye.